Sometimes, at the end of a reflection, the person comes to me and, unintentionally, offends me by saying that I have the gift of speech. It makes me tremendously angry. To say that I have the gift of speech means what? That I have no merit at all? That I didn't make an effort? That it was only God who called me and said, "Come here, boy, you're going to speak in public"? Of course not. I've been at the school for 62 years as a student and teacher. To write 42 books, I have read more than 10,000. Every day, I am in a different city, listening, learning, talking, reflecting, making mistakes, returning to the results. People sometimes just see the result and say you have the gift. Of course there is a gift, but it is the result of learning and dedication. It's not something that comes for free. A good part of this result comes from dedication, effort, which is not only mine. That goes for me, and it goes for you. Today, some people forget this reflection. The other day, Marcelo Tas, with whom I have a book called Enough of Obscene Citizenship, resumed in a lecture, a speech of mine that perhaps some have already heard. I always tell this when I can. My children grew up with an idea that may seem perverse but has a pedagogical character. Ever since we were little, I would say, "When you're 12, I'll tell you the secret of life." All my children today are successful, decent, and dedicated. So, when they turned 12, I called them one by one and said, "I'll tell you, but don't tell your brothers. Wait your turn." Andre, my eldest son, when he turned 12, woke me up at 4 in the morning. "Dad, today is my birthday." I said, "Congratulations, son," and he replied, "Today you will tell me the secret of life." I said, "Sure, come here." He sat down and I said, "The secret of life is cows don't give milk." He looked surprised and I explained, "Cows don't give milk. You have to take it out. If you don't take it out, there's no milk." Many people think that cows give milk, but they don't. You have to get up at 3 a.m., enter the corral, tie the cow's legs, get in the middle of that dirt, tie the cow's tail, and get the milk. If not, there is no milk. We raised the new generations with the idea that cows give milk. This makes them mediocre, expecting things to come effortlessly. Study, profession, competence, everything requires dedication and effort. Of course, with skill, things get easier, but without effort, nothing is achieved. I once wrote this in a book called Education, School, and Teaching. You have a 14-year-old son, and he says, "I'm not going to go to college, Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates. None of them did." At this point, you need to call him and explain that, in fact, they didn't finish college, but they dropped out of Harvard, the best university in the world. You have to be firm. Do you want to do as they do? So do as they do, but know that if you stop along the way, it's going to be difficult. This perspective is important to prevent the new generations and us from falling into the trap of mediocrity. In life, in affection, and in relationships, mediocrity is very reductive.